Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there this Sunday evening on this Martin Luther King long weekend? So hopefully you are having a fantastic weekend. I am myself. I've enjoyed being off for the extra day. I will enjoy being off the extra day. So I'm hoping everybody's enjoying their holiday weekend and doing with it whatever you like. We know around the country it's winter weather is taking everybody by storm. So hopefully, wherever you're at, you're somewhere safe and all of that good stuff. You know, in case you don't know, my name is Lee Black, and I host a show called Real Talk for Real Men. I have my own YouTube channel, but I'm also a part of the TFG TV platform. So if you haven't already, look for my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Be a part of my show. That way you can get all of my content. Again, I have a show called Real Talk for Real Men. We broadcast live every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'm a part of the TFG TV network of shows. And if you're not part of that platform, you're missing a great deal. But I'm not here to talk about that tonight. I really just wanted to pop in really quickly and do a quick movie review. This is just me, just kind of giving a little content, and popping in and interrupt my weekend really quickly. But I had something to say because The Eternals is the movie that I'm going to be talking about here. It debuted this weekend on the Disney platform and some others as well. And so if you haven't seen the movie, have no fear. I am not going to give away anything valuable as far as plot twists or anything in case you have not seen the film. So the movie is The Eternals. This is a movie in the Marvel universe. It's about a race of immortal beings with superhuman powers who basically have lived secretly here on Earth for thousands of years. And the movie was released on November the 5th, 2021. And some of the actors in there, the biggest name actors in there, Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie. Those are the two biggest names in the movie, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek. In fact, Salma Hayek plays the prime immortal Ajax. Now, they also have some, what I would consider B-level actors in there. Kit Harington, the name probably won't jump out at you. He was in the HBO series about the dragon. I forget the name of it. I watched it, but I can't think of it right now. They've got this Asian lady, Gemma Chan, in there. Who else you might know? Kamal Najani. He's I would say, I'm not politically correct here, but Indian descent, and they've got the guy from Atlanta, the black guy's in there from the movie Atlanta, the comedy, Brian Tyree Henry, who plays Paperboy, in case you haven't watched Atlanta. So I'm just kind of giving you guys an idea of some of the actors, and just even the names I named, most people aren't going to recognize them. The two names you will recognize knowingly is Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek. Now, the movie is about some immortal beings that are part of the Marvel superhero platform, and they've apparently been living here on Earth for thousands of years, 5,000 years to be exact. Now, apparently they were created to fight these superhuman beings, immortals, called deviants. And some kind of way they conquered these deviants 5,000 years ago, before Christ, and they've been living here in secret ever since. Now, if you follow the Marvel movies, Iron Man, the Avengers, all those things, let me make reference to the Avengers because that's probably the most successful franchise out of all of them. Now, in the Avengers, the climax, was they fought the major character Thanos, who basically snapped his fingers and killed half of all the people in the universe at the snap of his finger, which begs the question, and they answered this question within the first 20 minutes of this movie: where the fuck was y'all at while Thanos was snapping his fingers and killing half of the people in the universe? The answer that the immortals gave was, we were instructed not to get involved with human affairs unless it involved the deviants. Now, the deviants happen to be some kind of, I don't know, creatures that live in the ocean. They look CGI, almost computer generated. And when the movie comes on, they show you these deviants. They almost look like kind of serpents, a little bit mixed with dinosaurs and reptiles. And they seem to emerge out of the sea. And they're just killing for no indiscriminate reason. Now, the immortals, are fighting these things. They thought they had eradicated them 5,000 years ago. So let me start here by just saying, when the movie comes on, you're introduced to an Asian, well, they show you the immortal scene from the past about them fighting. This is all done within 5 or 7 minutes. You need to understand that. Then we fast forward to present day, which appears to be London, England or something. And there's an Asian lady who works in a museum, and she notices some kind of knife that apparently is from the past. And long story short, she's some kind of teacher. This is all happening, guys, within the first 15 minutes. Teaching some class, there's a little tremble, and she says it's an earthquake. And all of a sudden, she lets her powers be known. And then some guy she's been living with, he wants her to move in, and he with him, and she says no. And they're walking down the street, and she's talking to one of her other immortal friends who can shape shift into a little kid. You need to tell him the truth, and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, because of the little tremor, all of a sudden now, as they're walking along in London, England, apparently, in this little pond, a deviant shows up, and all of a sudden it's on. Now, one of the immortals that had been gone for 5,000 years shows up, and they're kind of fighting with this deviant in present day on the streets of London, England, or whatever they're at. They're somewhere in Europe. And of course, he's knocking and throwing over bus, bouncing into buildings, all this kind of stuff. And this is when she's exposed and tells her boyfriend that she's an immortal, and that the guy that shows up, that's her ex-boyfriend. He left her 5,000 years ago, and he literally tells her he's sorry for leaving her stranded here on Earth for 5,000 years, but he decided to come back because of the earthquake, and he was worried about her. Now, that's when I stopped watching the movie. I've only watched 24 minutes of this movie. I couldn't watch anymore. For me, it ended right there. This movie was made on a $200 million budget. It's received a 47% Rotten Tomato score. And by and large, it has not been received well. I'm going to give it to you raw. This is the dumbest, stupidest, most insulting bullshit that I think I've seen in a long, long time. It's insulting on so many levels. The so-called immortals is an eclectic mix of women, white women. They got an Asian woman, of course, an Indian guy. They got a heavy-set Asian man who, I don't know if he's supposed to be punching or whatever the hell he's doing, and a black guy. The black guy's Paperboy from Atlanta, a pudgy black guy, and he's the equivalent of their mechanic. It's insulting on so many levels that you want my suspended animation belief to believe that immortals, these are immortals, these are supposed to be superheroes that has more power than Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Captain America, all of these heroes that have been established, they're more powerful than them, and you've been hiding on Earth for 5,000 years, and you didn't want to get involved in any of the shit that mankind is going through, except you decide to reveal yourself now when there was a little shimmer of an earthquake, and you came back to check on your girlfriend that you had abandoned 5,000 years ago. That's insulting. It's insulting to me as a human being. Forget the fact that you made all of these immortals English speaking for the most part. They clearly of Caucasian descent. The only black you threw in there was a pudgy black man, and he's serving the purpose of comic relief, and he's basically your janitor or some shit. And of course, the women take Selma Hayek is the main immortal. This is established, and I only watched 24 minutes of this because she kind of morphs into the universe and talks to whoever created them, some big long wall, and she's explaining how she, I'm following what you said, but I think, this place Earth is special. It is so ridiculous on so many levels. I cannot give any more of my time to this. I'm relaxing on my holiday weekend, and I actually broke away from football to watch this bullshit. I was going to sit, I had got all my shit around me in my bedroom. I got my drink, I had me a snacks, some nice cold grapes, some chips and shit, had the lights all out and everything, had the volume turned up on my TV to 50 and shit. I got a 70-inch TV in my bedroom. I was really getting ready to get into this shit. 24 minutes in, I realized there is no fucking way that I was going to give 2 hours of my time to such trivial nonsense. It is senseless on so many levels and insulting on so many levels and dumb in so many different ways. I don't want to know anything else about these people. In the 24 minutes that I watched, you want me to give a damn about some skinny ass woman working in a museum and whether or not she want to move in with her boyfriend because she been living here for 5,000 years, hiding your pussy fuck ass around and not getting involved in stuff to help humans. But now that some creature is coming out, that now you want to come forth and y'all really can't beat this creature either. This is absolutely absurd. The numbskullery of this bullshit makes no sense. Forget about the fact that none of these immortals, if you're immortal and none of them look like me, the one fat black guy come on, people. It's an insult to God. It's an insult to the human race. It's damn sure an insult to America. It's an insult to men and women everywhere. This is an assault on my fucking senses. This is the absolutely ridiculous movie. And that of all of the actors and actresses you could have got, you got Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek, two aging white actresses to play immortals, flipping around in CGI with shit coming. People, do what you want. I couldn't give not another fucking minute of my time to such foolishness. Before I watch another minute of the Eternals, I will stare at my wall and fucking wait for the paint to peel. That's how ridiculous this movie is. So I didn't share any secrets. I only watched 24 minutes of it. If you can make it through this movie, God bless you. I have much better things to do with my time. Fuck that movie.